Hello, I'm Steve. Thanks for visiting the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Check out our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful, as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential application. First of all, we have a couple of doorways that are sliding doors. They go left and right. We have a bay window here. We have some skylights above. And then we have basically a flat ceiling up here. Now, I'm not a construction designer or architect in any way, so my construction is just going to be for visual purposes only. And you can see here we have the rafter systems that go through the ceiling area in here, and we do have the skylights that come through the rafter system. And so yeah, we'll just keep in mind that I am not a architect here. So this customer did mention that they only want to heat up this inner portion here, and you can see with the blue shading here. And let's just go ahead and go right into the dimensions. Overall dimensions I have is 32 feet here by 16 feet deep. I have a edge height over here of 10 feet, and then a ceiling height of 11 feet off the floor. The skylights that I placed in here, I have this one in the center of the room, and then each one approximately 9 feet center to center on each one. And then the dimensions of the openings here I have at 4 feet by 3 feet. It could be different, probably is. I do have them 2 feet off of this cutout edge here, which I think is 24 inches, so it'd be 48 inches off of the wall itself. Let's see if there's anything else here. I think that's about it. And all right, so let's go ahead and look at the area that we're going to heat up here. Hold on one second, sorry about that. All right, so you can see here that we have a couple of recessed Infratech 6,000 watt units. Because of the heights, we want to go with the 6,000 watt unit. Now with the rafters here, you're going to see that we're not meeting the proper clearances. We have this 1 hour fire rated space here, so you're going to have to either move the rafter system over or move the heater over, whichever one might work. I'm not quite sure at this point, but we do have this 1 hour fire rated 5/8 drywall surrounding the inner workings here of the heater. So here's the heater, and here we have the flush mount kit itself. So you can see here with the venting system here. So this is the steel flush mount kit, and then inside of the kit itself we have the 6,000 watts WD-6024 Infratech heater. And now you can make this with a full dimming system, so you can dim it from 100% to 1%, and also you could use a duplex switch, which would turn on one element and turn off the other, or turn both elements on and have 3 or 4 or 1 element on in the whole system here. And I think that's about all we can talk about there. I could mention that with the flush mount kit, I have this surface mounted. Now you may choose to mount the unit itself so that it's recessed a little bit. I believe they have a hold on one second. So what you want to do is, if you're going to recess this, you want to make sure you have a 1-inch gap between here and the material that you're going to be using. I'm trying to remember what they said. They had some kind of board that's going to come on the top here. And so you want to make sure you have a 1.5 inch gap between here and anything around that side. I don't have that on this side here. This is touching, so this needs to be over 1 inch further. Let's see here. So this one's probably looks a little bit better here. In any case, yeah, so it's a 1/2 inch from the vent holes all the way to the material that might be there. Now, if you do have material that's going to be below the flush mount kit itself, then you need to make sure that the heater itself is at the same elevation as the whatever that material might be. So I would move this down so that it's at the same elevation as that material, the combustible material that is. And I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. footprint of heat that you can see. We got a good footprint of heat covering the area that they had anticipated to be heated. And I just placed a table here. It could be used for other purposes, but if it's for seating purposes, this will be fine. Now, I believe this is in a colder climate, and that colder climate may require additional heat. You're not going to get below the 50-degree weather unless you're really acclimated to that temperatures. Will you feel comfortable? So I would say that this is best for 50 and above degrees Fahrenheit, that is, and you'll feel comfortable with something like this. So also just to see the placement on this, I do have them, I believe, at 8 foot, or excuse me, I think it was 9 foot center to center, 7 foot center to center, sorry about that. And normally I'd like to have it a little bit further apart, but because of the height that we're not at the ideal height for this particular unit. So I like a little bit more overlapping over here in the middle, and that's why I have that 7 feet center to center, and even 8 feet center to center is probably not enough. Typically I like them at 9 feet, but because of the height, again, I'm going to go with a very close proximity to each other. Now you could move them further apart, however, you're just not going to get that ideal coverage at the height that the heater is going to be at. So that is why I chose that particular center to center position here. Now you can see that they're not centered within the opening gaps or the distances here that spans from the skylight to skylight, and that might not look visually pleasing, so you may want to put them for that purpose. That would be entirely up to you, but would not be my recommendation on this particular application, so just bear that in mind. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and again, please tap that like button. We don't advertise, we're not monetized, therefore YouTube will not promote our channel unless we receive your appreciation, and we thank you very much for that. And one last thing I didn't mention here, I do have this at center of the patio itself, center of the heater, center of the patio, and just keep that in mind. Thank you very much. Have a great day.